And welcome back to the Regional Radio Sports Network and RRSN.com. Adam Demery, Corey Yeoman, head coach of the Penn Kingsmen here for the Week 7 Penn Preview. And how about that, Coach? 7 weeks already. Time really flies. And a great win last Friday night against South Bend, Washington. Really got tested a little bit early on, but how did your guys respond? I thought overall they handled the adversity very well.
Well, it wasn't very pretty, and you have to tip your hat to Washington. They made some big plays. They had 3 big plays that went for touchdowns. A long, pass, a couple of those, and then a long touchdown run, and we didn't fit very well on those. And we also turned the ball over a couple times, had a real good kickoff return, and then laid it on the ground, and then going into the end zone to score on about the 2-yard line and threw a pick. And so we left a lot of things out on that field and didn't execute the way we need to execute. And, we got stressed a lot. And the good thing is our guys competed, and they kept getting after it and didn't back down and played extremely hard. But we didn't execute the way we need to execute.
Well, you guys did compete your way to your 23rd straight Northern Indiana Conference win. That's a heck of a feat right there, and obviously a great accomplishment for your program. Talk a little bit about what that means to this coaching staff, and obviously in this conference, that's saying a whole lot because this is a very tough conference. Well,
you know what? I mean, the way we've always done it is just get ready for the next game. You can't control, multiple games down the road, or what if this, what if that happens. The only one game that you have any control of is the next football game, and that's how we've always prepared and got ready, and that's exactly what we're doing this week.
Keegan Hurst got the start at left tackle, a sophomore, obviously his first start this year. I thought at the beginning maybe got a little bit of jitters out there in the field, but I thought he progressed very well throughout the game. How did you think he did, as well as your offensive line, the Hogs up front, doing a great job keeping that running game alive as well?
Well, I think they did do a good job, and Keegan, he's for a sophomore playing at this level and starting ball games, he's done a great job. I mean, just a great job. If you can pull that off as a sophomore, that's a tough bill to fill. Sometimes skill guys can get in there and do some stuff as sophomores, but it's very tricky for O&D linemen to pull that off, and that's saying a lot about him. In his preparation, Coach O'Connell and his staff, and then did a great job getting him ready as freshmen, and then this year he's an intelligent young man, and he works extremely hard, and I think the future's bright for him if he keeps working that way.
Obviously, we talked last week a little bit about Nate Miller and the chemistry that he's developed with Camden Bone, but I thought his speed on the perimeter last week was key for you. Obviously, he threw a couple screen passes his way. He was able to score a touchdown off the first one in the first quarter, but he's showing a lot of speed on that perimeter, Coach.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, he's elusive. He's a tough guy to handle, and he's a tough guy in space. And when he gets his hands on the football, something electric's usually going to take place. And he's a heck of a football player, and he's a great competitor, which makes him even that much more better and makes him that much more dangerous. He gets after on every play, and I'm sure everybody tightens up if you're on the other team when he gets his hands on the football, because he can make things happen in a hurry. And I thought some other guys out there, we need to continue to do a better job blocking on the perimeter for him. But I thought overall, though, you talked a little bit about the offensive line. As that game went on in the second half, those guys got better and better, and got used to Keegan being in there, and Keegan got used to the flow of the game. And the first couple series we got hurt with a couple sacks that backed us up a little bit and put us our backs against the wall a couple times. But as the game went on, I thought the offensive line improved. I think Mike Duvetter, who we call Bear, he continues to improve as well. I mean, I think he had his best game of the season last Friday night. So he continues to get better and better and better.
Obviously, another tough opponent here at home this week with South Bend St. Joe coming off a tough loss to Mishawaka Marion. But they're going to be ready for you guys this week as well. Oliver Page, a dual-threat quarterback, as well as the 6'4" tight end, and Mark Madden's going to be a handful for your defense to handle this week as well.
Well, you know what? Page is an outstanding athlete, both throwing the ball and especially running the football. And when he throws the ball up to a guy like Madden, who seems like he's been there forever, but he makes a lot of big plays. He can go up and get the ball. He's got great hands. But you're really lucky, and if you look at their defense is outstanding. One of the top-ranked defense against the score in the state. I think giving up like 6.8 yards, 6.8 points a game, and that's outstanding. And that's playing great defense. And they fly to the football, they run, and they tackle extremely well. And our offense is going to have our hands full that way, and our defense will have their hands full dealing with that eye option stuff, and then breaking it out and watching, and then dealing with Page throwing the ball around to not just Madden, but some other really fine receivers.
All right, Coach, break it down for us offensively, defensively, special teams-wise. What's it going to take this Friday?
Well, I think, you know what, we need to take care of the football. And that haunted us a little bit. I mean, I had a couple, but they were big plays. And we need to continue to take the football away. I mean, I think our defense took the ball away some, but we need to continue to improve on that too. I think, you know, I don't care what level you're at, but, you know, takeaway margin is a big thing. And then I still think the game boils down to, I mean, what teams can stop the run, and, you know what I mean, and what teams can run the football. And then you got to make some big plays with your passing attack and not give up big plays as well. So if you look at it that way, but in our special teams, I think we covered great at times of the night, but we also had some breakdowns and gave up a big kickoff return. We had some great kickoff return, but also had another great kickoff return that ended in a fumble, and they recovered the ball. So we need to fix that up as well.
Best of luck on Friday, Coach.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Corey Yeoman, head coach of the Penn Kingsmen, joining us here on the Week 7 Penn Preview here on RRSN.com and the Regional Radio Sports Network. Kickoff this Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on 91.1 The Globe, 95.3 Michiana's News Channel, and, of course, the award-winning Regional Radio Sports Network.